Welcome. Welcome. Today we are talking about the gift of life. We are tuning in and we are opening, getting the reminders of our intention, getting the reminders of how we can connect, the reminders of where we are headed. We can get reminders of what life is about and why we are doing what we're doing. So, this word, the gift of life, can easily be looked at from the perspective of that every thought, every emotion, every physical sensation, everything is like a gift. And we are like a gift to life. We are a gift of life. We are being a gift to life, given to life. So we are this gift. And every thought that we have is a potential gift that we can open. It means that every thought, every emotion, every sensation has a potential to be like a gift. And then when it's a gift of wisdom. It's a gift of energy. It's a gift that can bring you deeper in touch with yourself, deeper in touch with life, deeper in touch with the universe. So we, most people don't look at life as just a gift. They look at certain things as gifts and other things as complications of life. So there is a reason when we look at things in that way. Some things we like, so we look at it as a gift, and then we open up way too fast. We are like a child. We want to have it yesterday. Another gift we like, yeah, I think I know what that is, so I'm gonna just put it under hide it somewhere, pretend I never saw it, or re-gift it, give it to somebody else. So then in a way we are kind of already kind of treating our energies, our thoughts, our emotions, our sensations as kind of a divisive. It's like always something we're pushing away or holding on to. When we push away, we use more energy, or when we hold on to, we use more energy than if we allow it to flow. So when you allow it to flow, then you are allowing it to become a gift that you can start seeing beyond just a description, just a thought, just the emotion, just the experience. And you can digest it in such a way that you can start to extract the wisdom from it. And the wisdom isn't necessarily thoughts, it can be just peace. That is where we can kind of return to the loving man, the loving being that we are. We can connect to that inner energy, that inner internal power. We can return to that place of love, of peace, of grace. That so when we start daring to like allow ourselves to treat ourselves in this way, we are allowing ourselves to kind of connect deeper. Because just because I talk about it doesn't mean that it's just like, ooh, I feel this. This is a process that requires you to have faith in it, that it makes sense in a way. We're talking about it because it's kind of meant as a guidance, so that when you start connecting with it, connecting here, connecting on retreats, like putting this intention in, then other thoughts, emotions, sensations, your gifts from the past, from the future, all understand all this stuff is already there in you, your energy field. So they're there, but we have kind of pushed it away. So they have been judged to be not worthy. These gifts, we don't want them, or some gifts we want too much, like a child, or certain things like roses or sex or money or friend. Like some things we be like hold on to for their life, and other things we push away for their life. So most people are spending a lot of energy in like kind of a combative way. So we're not really treating ourselves as a gift. We're not treating these things as a gift. So suddenly to realize that there is a more mature way of connecting from grace, then to suddenly then these emotions, these thoughts, these sensations, they can come in, and that can be a little overwhelming. You can feel like you go deep down into a depression or an anger or a desire or fear. And then when we have received them before, we have kind of fought against them. So we haven't allowed them to kind of flow. Hence, we have kind of like pushed them out and placed them different places. So when they come back, all the memories of the past, all these stuff start coming back because your intention is different. That's why a lot of people don't really release stuff. They can go to a psychologist or different stuff, or some body therapy or different stuff, but they don't necessarily release because they just want to analyze it from you. You're still kind of looking at yourself from just your identity, which is the mask that you kind of created. So you can't really release anything from that mask. It has to be, we have to return to that which we are. We have to return to the source of ourselves, the wisdom that is there. And then from there, these thoughts actually will reveal themselves because they start realizing that you wanting to forgive them, wanting to embrace them, wanting to treat them as equals. You want to kind of give them the blessing of life. So that's when, from this truth, we can set them free. As I said, most people don't necessarily look at truth from that perspective. They look at the truth from your opinion. But we're not able to see truth completely because we already have been brainwashed or we've been talked into experiences. We've experienced our parents' suffering or anger or desire or fear or anxiety. So we are not able to see clearly. So when we think that we are able to discern and figure everything out by ourselves, that's when we kind of become stuck in kind of an arrogance. So that's why a lot of people feel like they want to be fine, and then they kind of want to maybe avoid the dark spots in themselves. We just have to kind of move beyond. We're restless. So we still treat ourselves not as a gift. We treat the thoughts, emotions, and sensations not as a gift. Because as a gift, then we can suddenly set it free. And things will kind of re-emerge into your energy source, and you will kind of start embracing yourself, and you embrace your thoughts and everything. And then every thought, every emotion, every sensation can be opened slowly. It's like having a gift and you're not in a hurry. Open it when it's time. Don't open all the gifts at the same time. Then you realize the abundance of life is that there are many gifts to come, so there is no rush. Just give it time to open one when it's ready, and they will keep coming. So just enjoy the one you're opening up, and then gradually, when you looked at that, then gradually new stuff comes, and new stuff comes, and then it continues to flow. And in the process, you're actually like giving life and receiving life. So you actually are replenishing life. So you are working with life. And that is when this process becomes the ease of life, because you're not fighting against life. You are flowing with life. And then the grace of life can be just nurtured. And so that's what we're doing here. So we do kind of talk about these different ways, because as you kind of meet different gifts inside and we start opening up and awakening to different things, it will kind of take your breath away sometimes, because some of these places you have pushed away so long that it kind of kick you in the balls. But then if you dare to remember the intention, and gradually you start meeting it from a different place, from a place of maturity, from a place of peace, from a place of grace. So that is your internal being that we gradually can kind of awaken to. So, yeah. Then you kind of get a chalice of wisdom as you start like allowing yourself to enjoy the beyond. All these thoughts, emotions, sensation can lead you to deeper levels of being, deeper levels of love, deeper levels of peace, deeper levels of wisdom, a deeper remembrance of yourself, remembrance of your past life, remembrance of many things that's always been there, but it kind of requires you to treat life with maturity. So it is, you can't manipulate it, but because you will experience hate and all kinds of thoughts and emotions, seemingly not desirable, but it is because you never dared to give them a hug before as a gift. So this is the process we're in, and we're kind of opening up now, preparing for our next retreat here in 3 weeks maybe, or something. Some people might appear here in Chicago, do it physically, and some people might join online. That is the beauty of it, that it's here in different ways for different people, for different times. So let's open this energy up and let's close your eyes. Let's shake your hips out. Let's just lower your shoulders, let them drop, let your elbows drop, and let's open up to this gift. it's like a ceremony. These Wisdom Wednesdays are like ceremonies of opening up to the gift that we are. It's the reminder that there's many levels of gift giving and gift receiving that we are gradually opening up to experience. So let's let the energy in. It's kind of like a wave coming in, kind of flowing through your head, flowing through your neck, your chest, your spine, all the way down into your legs, your hips, your feet, and all the way into your chest, up in your chest, and all the way up out in your hands, up in your head, moving it through, letting it flow. Not always needing to know, but daring to kind of trust. The trust that kind of awakens from the depths of ourselves is that dares to not always have everything figured out, but still daring to flow. It's not understanding everything I say, because at different place you will sometimes not agree, or which is completely fine. There still has to be some part of you that dares to feel the calling to keep going, to keep coming back, to keep that this is something that nourishes and awakens you into the life that you have, into the enjoyment of the life that you have, into the grace that is there, and into the ease that infuses every cell when we start just relaxing. And it's a warm day in Chicago today. It's like 50 degrees, so it's heating up. Spring is coming. Life is coming back into the world, and people are starting to have faith again from a place of optimism. They're into open up. They're into enjoy a little bit again, more depending on how long you've kind of gone through this process. I've have many people who've been here a while, and they might have enjoyed this this pandemic more than others, because your inner strength has already kind of built. It is kind of what happens when you release. You start building this inner strength that keeps, because your inner being is starting to awaken, so it gradually becomes stronger, more resilient to all the challenges that might kick you in the behind. Anyway, we are done for today. Thank you for the donations, for those who are on that path, and for others that pop in and just are curious about this, and maybe curious about joining the retreat in a few weeks. Then I'm always here open for some questions if you have. And if you know somebody who might want to join in, then send them this video or my poster, and let's see this space growing. That is what it's coming. More people are coming in, ready to realizing that there are more stuff needed to be integrated. Woo! Yeah, exactly. Just like a sneeze, that's just a release, like an orgasm. Have a beautiful day, guys. Have a beautiful